Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Happy Sunday to you and your family. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking another look here, obviously at Bitcoin, and just kind of seeing what the heck's what's going to happen next, right? We got this consolidation period between 27,000 and 28.5. Is it going to break up or down? It's hard to say specifically. There is a lot of conflicting factors we're going to take a look at here today and kind of just see if there's more so leaning one way or the other. As always, when you do a technical analysis, it becomes invalidated a very short while after. Okay, so keep in mind that what we're looking at here today, as soon as the market opens, it could shift direction instantly. But leading into tomorrow's trading day, or just say the end of today's trading day, effectively, there's a lot of little things we want to kind of look at. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take a peek at that. And just know if you are new to the channel, we do have a new CC Golden Indicator released, available to the public here. Obviously, message me for details, but there's an instructional video here to kind of help educate you on how it works and the benefit of it. Significant amount of new members are trying this out, and it's working out very well, and I'm super happy. So thank you again for sharing the wonderful benefit there. And obviously, again, you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site where you can register and obviously essentially just become a better trader with our trading community, academy, and signal group. I teach you how to trade everything that I teach in these videos here a little bit more in detail. Okay, so check that out in your own time. So let's take a quick look at high block capital first and foremost, kind of see what's going on. We can see the most amount of liquidations here right in the level of about 27,700, at least to the downside. And then we have an equal amount approximately to the upside at 28.3. So this is only the last 12 hours. Keep that in mind. What we could do is look at a larger time frame to kind of get perspective, since we are fairly range bound right now. But it'll just reaffirm the fact that we are in between this range here. Once again, 29,000, the most amount of liquidations there, and right around 25.3. Keep in mind that 25,300 is that key level support that we have from the most recent high. So if the price does decrease to that level, we have a lot of support there. So just keep that in mind. That's a very good sign. Let's just jump right into open interest as well. The most amount of positions available right now based on open interest is right around 27,900. Okay, so there's a lot of longs and shorts hedged at that level. We can also see that open interest is coming down, as well as the fact that shorts are starting to increase. So as the price continues to get close to the resistance at 28,000, 28.5, we see more shorts starting to increase, but the fear and greed index has essentially stayed the same. So what does that mean for us here in the big picture? Well, it kind of tells us a few different things. It tells us that there's strength in the market right now and the price is sticking where it's at. It's not willing to come down much further. But there's also a lot of resistance at that 28,000 mark, that 28.5, right in that range. Okay, so a lot of that is based on relative strength index. We've been stuck at this range because the price ramped up so hard so fast that it needs to catch up. It is starting to do that now. Just keep in mind we're still losing momentum to the upside, and there could be a potential divergence on the horizon when the 12 intersects with the 26 in an upward or correction, a downward fashion. That is essentially considered a divergence as compared to a convergence to the upside, right? So that just tells us there's an overall shift in momentum. There's a stronger chance of the price coming back down to test 25.3 then there is a likelihood of the price breaking to the upside. Okay, again, just based on that metric. But you never take a trade based on that. But at this point, we have, in my opinion, about 60% probability of downside versus upside on the daily. Again, a lot of supporting factors, keep in mind. We're above all three moving averages. The 20-day SMA is averaging itself out close to that 25,000 mark as well. So that's a positive sign. As time continues to maintain at this level, we have a stronger likelihood of it increasing from here, okay? But just generally speaking, the likelihood of downside would make a little bit more sense just in the immediate future to retest that support level, that 25.3. Taking a look at the RSI, it's kind of averaging itself out above and below. Money flow index is increasing, so that's telling us we're seeing a little bit more volume today than yesterday. We have a convergence on the horizon on the 4-hour, which statistically speaking is a positive sign. But again, it needs to converge first. It could very well be one of these circumstances recently where the price action actually diverged and instead of coming up to complete, it just instead switched and turned itself around. So you got to keep in mind, unless we actually converge, there is no reason to get super excited. This could very well reject off of it as well as it did before. Okay, so I get that question a lot from my community. It's like, hey, well, we're soon to converge. Do I get in early? No, you wait for confirmation. And again, that's another reason why my trading indicator is successful, because it's built on a confirmation indication that kind of helps you understand. Now, is it foolproof? No, nothing is ever 100%. Indicators give you false positives all the time. But this is a false positive until it confirms itself above. Wait for a closure above that level. Okay, so just some friendly advice. Try to be patient in this market. I know there's a lot of fear of missing out, but generally speaking, trying to get in too early can be very detrimental in this market. So taking a look here, the kind of wrap up here with TD sequential on the 4 hour. Sorry, correction, we're on to the 1 hour now. We can see we hit some overextended states here recently, consolidated nicely, came up to a 7, got rejected close to that 28,000 mark. So again, strong resistance at 28K. On the hourly though, what I'm more important, want to pay more attention to is the Ichimoku cloud. And we can kind of see here that we're in a position where it's kind of above and below. Okay, again, range bound activity, false positives a lot in the cloud, not super reliable. If we take a look at the 15 here, we can kind of see a sell signal from our CC indicator, letting us know that there's a good chance the price could continue lower and it hit that overextension. Okay, so again, these are just the really simple, easy things to pick up. It's really awesome. In fact, let me just show you quickly here recently with one of the signals that we took. Look at how well this does. It tells you specifically when to sell, price comes down. When you buy, price comes up, sell, buy, etc. So it's a very awesome and easy to use indicator, so be sure to check that out. Link down below. But generally speaking, the concept remains the same, right? Waiting for confirmation is the most important thing here. That's the common narrative I'd like for you to walk away with and understand that we're in a position right now where we're overextended to the upside. It would make sense we see a little pullback. We were 7 hours into this continuation upwards. And obviously the price consolidating makes sense. We're going to go either sideways or down from here. Up makes a lot less sense. But once again, you got to keep in mind too, on the daily, if we take a look at this here, we were overextended to a 9, right? But we are consolidating nicely. So the longer we spend in this range, the more likelihood the price can increase, okay? So unless we make a break to the downside here soon, there's a good chance within a few more days, or say within 1 more week, we're still range bound. I think upside would make more sense at that point. Again, a lot of different things factor in. There's a lot of fundamental catalysts you got to be aware of, but generally speaking, that's kind of what we're looking at here, okay? So important stuff here to note for this coin and just in general the rest of the market, right? So I'm excited to see what the market looks like tomorrow when we open. Dollar index is down, traditional markets are up. We could very well see a green day. So once again, just wait for confirmation. Getting in on a Sunday isn't always the most appropriate. And to my community members who are watching, I like and prefer to get in, later in the week and early in the week. I try not to trade on Saturday or Sunday if possible, because Eastern markets open later tonight and they can really shift the dynamic without knowing what the traditional markets are telling us. Okay, so really important to kind of note that. All right, well, I hope this was helpful and informative. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to work with you if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCash.tech is the site. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.